Are we live? Are we online? I think we are online. Yes, I think we are online. Isn't it? We are online. So, what happens many a times whenever I speak with other friends of mine who happens to work in corporate, who happens to own a startup, okay, who happens to be a director of a company, they always tell me one issue they are facing. The issue is that they are in that split decision. The split decision is they're waiting for a decision to happen on its own. They are in that denial mode that I should not be taking this call. I should not take up this decision. Let the management come up with the decision. Because of that, many a times that they are not able to own the situation. Just imagine one of my friend who happens to come from army background, he happens to tell me that one of the dire situation where he happens to work as a lieutenant right now, he happens to get a command from the commander stating that you are supposed to handle this minimum crew of 5 to go to the enemy territory to completely demolish the situation. The site should be completely demolished, means destroy. So he had only 5 handful of people to cope up. But the enemy territory is so big that he could not understand what is going to happen. What am I supposed to do? So if you take, always army situations are tough to handle. Military standards are so high, we always forget that our very decision, it is so pivotal. We forget that the decisions which we take daily, it also has a lot of complications. But complications comes with rewards. It does come with rewards, isn't it? So many a times whenever I'm speaking with my friends who happens to be directors of top company, or like they happen to be the startup company owners, or like senior managers, VPs, whatnot, they always get stuck between not taking the decision. They always worry, what if this goes wrong? Right? Intelligence denies and it delays decision. Sometimes we are so much intelligent that we always delay the decision. What if this goes wrong? I don't want to take this call. Let me speak with my super boss. Let him take a call. Let me follow it. Let me execute. But till what time you'll do that? As Peter Drucker said, management is responsibility. It is ownership. It is not avoidance, isn't it? So, one of my friend who happens to be the Air Force pilot, he happens to manage he happens to manage the fighter flight, the fighter plane, the fighter jet, the one which we always see. No? There was such a situation. He happens to get a command from his commander telling that, giving him the whole layout of enemy territory. He had only a co-pilot of the fighter jet. Then what happened that he started laying out the whole plan by taking the ownership that this is how we are going to proceed. Then what happened? Then the plan worked out. At start, there were many doubts. We doubt a lot regarding our decisions because we are operating in an uncertain environment. We always have multiple issues whenever we are working out in an environment. But after that incident, the commander had such a huge faith and trust in my friend. So that is the level of difference whenever you try accomplishing your own decisions. Try owning up the decision. It is so good to own a decision. Let me give you a situation. I will not be naming any company's name. I will not be naming any individual's name. This is such a top company, but you will tell me what would you do in this situation? What will you do in this situation? There was a company which had a product demo on X date. There was a company which had a product demo on X date. What happened? The company's development team told that we won't be able to finish it off. Then the marketing team told we are nearing the deadline or we are nearing the launch date. Then the company's PR team came, they also told we need to finish it off. The CEO, the head of the company, is personally following the situation. So now you tell me, what would you do? What would you do? What will be your call? So you might have thought of taking multiple meetings. You might have thought of, okay, let me start preparing the decks. We are not awaiting for the right call. We are expecting somebody should come and give me that induction regarding how to proceed, isn't it? So whenever we are delaying the decision, we are triggering our intelligence. Okay, this is okay. If the product is delayed, then it is okay. The application is not working, it's okay. There are multiple leaders who happens to become that I'm accountable for this. They take the ownership. I was the person. This happened under my watch. This happened under my watch should be the very instinct it should pop up, right? So leaders say only one line. This happened under my watch. I was there. It is not that you are not blind in the situation. It was not at all like you are blind in that situation. What happened was that you are not willing to take the decision. You're purposefully delaying it. You know you're delaying it, isn't it? So many a times we always give the keys to our intelligence. Thinking is not decision. Thinking is never a decision. Owning is decision. You should start owning the decision. Responsibility is decision. So if you are taking a responsibility on your own decision, that is very much appreciable. Thinking creates avoidance. We always avoid our own decision. Because what if this goes wrong? We always operate in an uncertain environment. Let the call come from the management team. Let them give an instruction. I will go ahead and implement it. As a leader, you should operate in an undefined area, uninformed area. It's an incomplete data whenever you're operating in. Just tell me, just tell me how many times you have taken such decisions. How many times you have waited for a right call from the management. So many a times we delay it. We are in that split thought. Okay, let me not take a decision. A small story which I want to share is that if you start acting on your small decisions, your large decision, big decisions are a chain link. I happen to do this. If you just keep your mobile aside for a day, that's such a strong small decision. You will not regret the thing which I said right now. Just believe that your small decisions will have a greater impact in the coming days. At the last, just tell me how many times you have delayed the small decisions as well as the big decisions. Just start recollecting how many times you've avoided the decisions.